Hi, teacher. Today I'm going to share my experience within the project. Well, when we think about an international supply chain, we often see it just as a system or connection between suppliers, transportation, and costs. However, with the development of our project Harmony, I learned that designing an international supply chain goes far beyond logistics. It is about building an integrated system where every decision needs to be well thought, and well planned in order to always deliver a high quality product to the market. For this reason, for this project, we use a lot of techniques, methods, and tools we saw in class. All of them useful for us, our design. One of the main lessons was understanding that as a company, we are not alone. Everything is connected. In our project, having relationships with other countries like Colombia require analyzing not just the costs, but also the lead times, the logistical risk, regulations, certifications, and other things. This experience showed me that an effective international supply chain is not focused just on minimizing cost, but achieving a balance between efficiency and business continuity. Another important thing we learned was the importance of supplier relationships. In an international context, suppliers are not just vendors or people who we buy things from, they become strategic partners. For our Armonite, for example, all the materials we use, like cocoa butter, soy wax, essential oils, and other things, are essential and primary for our production. So we have to reduce the uncertainty we have with maybe one supplier and also ensure uh, our consistent quality to not lose clients. So this reinforced the idea that a strong supply chain is built on long-term collaborations. This project also highlighted how international logistics, intern, like national and international logistics, impact directly on the customer experience. And for example, delays, disruptions, not having the product on the shelf when a client wants to buy it, it eventually reaches the final customer and it generates a bad experience. Designing a harmonized supply chain uh, meant thinking from the origin, from the very first point of our raw materials, all the way through the chain until reaching the delivery of the final product. Uh, Recognizing that every one of the echelons or the chain parts adds value to our operations. So, in conclusion, designing an international supply chain taught me that this is not about just moving products from one point to another or through borders, but managing risks, relationship with all the stakeholders, and taking strategic decisions. The Harmony project demonstrates how a well-designed supply chain can have more competitive advantage and become a well-established business. Thank you.